don't know if this phone is gonna do it justice. Y'all, it's like a daggone hurricane going around here. Good gravy. See the trees? Man, the poor sunflowers, they're still doing alright, but I know they don't like it. Y'all look at my onions. Just freaking smoked. Oh, it's aggravating. Lord willing, they bounce back. Those over there, they're hanging out a little bit better, but this wind's coming over the camper, hitting the wall, feels like, and then that's why they're laid back this way. Thank goodness I literally, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, tied the tomatoes. Let me show you this. Look at my rig. Y'all remember my net that I was using to stake the, let me back it out. Put the seeds in for the sunflowers. Stinking wind ripped this panel, broke it right across here, and had this whole piece of sheeting flopping when I came back from the hardware store. So just the only thing I can think of right off the bat, got me a big C-clamp. Got this net handle right here, stretched over, clamped it down now to where, at least until the wind goes, and I'm gonna have to build something similar to this all the way across it to fix that, now that I know that's a problem. Man, it's blowing over all my, these are some red currants that I got to get in the ground. I've just been kind of scratching my head on where I want to put them. But man, it is sure enough windy. So they're saying, I mean, hear me, but they're saying weather's, I don't know what happened, but we got sustained 15-25 mile an hour wind and gusting over 40. And I can tell you right now, from born and raised in hurricane country, this is every bit of 40. Every bit of 40. It's actually kind of sort of helped on and off with the fire, depending on the way the wind's going. Smoke is hauling butt, like wherever it's going, it's going. But still smell it, but it's not as thick, thank the Lord. I can take it when it's not too thick, for a little longer anyway. I just hope it don't kick those fires. That's the only I can't imagine it not spreading the fires more, because this is like just throwing, you know, you throw wind to a fire or air to a fire, it take off. So we'll see. I know tomorrow or the next day we'll definitely hear about it. Just wanted to show y'all, kind of mark it as the 40 mile an hour hurricane wind day, because this is not normal for us. Like, we'll get some pretty good gusts, but not like 40, 45. This is, I guarantee we're at 45. I wish I had a wind thing. But anyway, I'll do a show y'all. I'll flip the camera around and show y'all the potatoes and stuff. So I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago. Let's start from the ground. That's the bottom of the ground. So how high the hills. My hills are every bit of 18 inches, 18 to 20 inches high right now, and they'll settle. But I got the 3 big rows hilled, and I got my other spot over here with potatoes. So now I'm actually, I'm in rotation right now this year. So man, these are getting hammered. Dang it. You see my potatoes, these ones are getting just hammered bad. Darn it. Now I'm gonna have to, I think they'll be okay. I'm just gonna have to be careful when I go to rake this up. This was my next plan. I had some other stuff going on, but I'll have to stand them up. It's gonna take more time to windrow these up higher like I did over there. There's all the sunflowers, y'all. They're all coming up, came up beautifully. Praise God. And that wind, though, you can see they're starting to lay over, which is not a good thing for sunflowers. But they all come up real good. These are these big ones. See my hand on these. These are the ones that I started. I don't know if y'all remember. I had started seed in the garage, these ones. These ones are probably 2 foot, at least 2 foot tall or so. It's a nice one. But man, this wind is not helping. It's rough on stuff. So that's the big spot, y'all know. This is the new spot. This is like 20 by 17, I believe. So this is the carrot. This is the thing that I guess I'll show y'all a little fast walk around. My carrots. So when we had new baby, I had planted these and was doing my normal germination process, which is taking, once I do my seeds and everything I'm going to do, put my seed and water it in real well, put a piece of plastic over the top and let it sit there for generally about 5 days for me. That keeps keeps the moisture in the ground where it doesn't dry, and the temperature a little warmer to help germination, and then I pull it off. Well, we went to the hospital and had Miss Tilly, and this never was took off, and they ended up sitting on there for like 8 or 9 days. And I'm pretty sure I cooked most of the seeds because I wasn't able to take it off in time. So I reseeded it, I don't know, a week ago or so, and we'll see what happens. I don't even, generally y'all have seen carrots, they do pretty good for us, but this year might be a little lean. We'll see. Like I say, I replanted, but I also didn't plant as many as I normally do. Just trying to save thinning, but I'm going to stick like I normally do and just pour seeds all over the place. And then, so this is another new area. We'll say new area. So when I had that wire running through here, this time I tilled everything. So this is another, this one's probably 20 foot by 20 or so, a little bit bigger than that other square. All green beans, 2 varieties there, and they're doing all right. I did replant some areas that didn't come up very well. And here's our cucumbers, and they're doing pretty good. I'm pretty happy with them so far. You can see, you can tell, but they're a couple feet long now. It's just wind. I'm not even going to try to stand them up and get them in here. They're just long enough almost. I'm probably just going to end up tying them up to this, but for right now, this wind is just ridiculous. But look like we're gonna have cucumbers here soon. We got them flowering. You can see right here, little guy here, cucumber. So far so good. Put some good compost in there like yesterday, up under the plastic and whatnot. And these are some raspberries I moved from the back side of the property in the shade. They were just not doing very well. Year after year, it seemed like they were declining. I think it was just not getting enough sun, so I stuck them out here, and hopefully we'll have a nice row of big raspberries. Did I say strawberries? Raspberries. Apple tree, moose absolutely destroyed. It's coming back. I mean, it's pretty happy, but we'll see. Old moose are hard on them. And the wind. Of course, there's everything there. Hey, no. Let me get y'all over here. I'm gonna put y'all down. I'll show you the tire farm. Well, y'all, like I say, this is the front yard. I forgot, let me cut through. I didn't really say what I had going on. Broccoli, red cabbage, 2 red cabbages, onions, got red onions, some more Alyssa Craig's like I done, I think, last couple years. Those are Alyssa Craig. Got 2 glacier tomatoes here, and I got more over here somewhere I'll show you. And then these are shishito peppers we started from. I like these peppers. They do very well. Like, they're really like slightly frost tolerant. They were last couple years, they would get zapped and they still keep coming, putting flowers, putting out peppers. Man, I hope my onions do okay. I really like my onions. Zucchini, obviously wind has not been good to them. Oh man, that stinks. That's that. That's the front yard beds. Let me show you the other beds. Y'all, I keep forgetting to show y'all. These are our plum trees. I got one here, one over there, and they are about 5 foot. Moose got 2 of them last year as well, but they bounced back pretty well. And these things have been tough. Winter doesn't matter, super cold. It's just a red plum variety. I like them. No plums yet, but they were little guys when we got them. So these are strawberries, strawberry. Of course, you can see them in the grass. It's almost like a losing battle. These are our Toklat variety, which I really like. They're not as big, but they are super sweet and the coldest hardy strawberry that we have. I'm gonna eat one. Man, I'm good. Well, these are called Seascape, and these are bigger ones. You can tell, like compared to the Toklat, these are like store-bought size. I got some. I need to get in here and pick them. But Anyway, between the strawberries and the honeyberries that I had over there, I think I showed y'all. These are the earliest berries to put out fruit. Because these are 2 beds that are going to be next year. 2 raised beds. This is I think this is a 12-footer. Or one's a 10 and one's a 12. This might be the 12-footer. This is the 10-footer. I got a bunch of old cottonwood, rotten cottonwood, and you can tell, maybe you can tell. All this is rotten, waterlogged. And this will be my fill layer, so I can put dirt over the top. Kind of like a hugelkultur method. And that wood will slowly rot and, you know, add to the build the soil and stuff, but also saves on dirt, so that's why I like it. Now here's some more of our tomatoes we started. These are all seed saved tomatoes from last year. All Glacier variety, which I think are the best personally. And got some more broccoli. This is 1 pumpkin. I ain't going crazy this year trying pumpkins. I've just got 1. If it lives, it lives. If it does anything, so be it. Got 2 early jalapenos. There was a cantaloupe in there, but I put him in the greenhouse. And y'all check these out. Big old thing. Big old onions. So these are our onions from last year that overwintered through the garage like I do the potatoes. They started sending out green shoots, like trying to regenerate, like you buy some from the store. And if you let them sit, you know, they'll start growing green. Well, onions require 2 years to put seeds out. So when I start them from seed, they won't put out any seeds because they're only 1 year old. So these bulbs are now 2 years old, or on their 2nd year. So I had started them inside during the winter in the garage, stuck them in a pot with some dirt and, you know, good old rabbit manure mixtures, and they took off, started growing in the pot, and then I just transplanted them out, and now they've sent out flowers. And my camera will focus. Focus. Anyway, that's an onion seed pod flower head thing. So I had 3 that I just like, I'll try 3, and all 3 did real well. I got some small ones that I didn't start early, and I just stuck them in the ground to see what would happen. That had green coming out too, and they are not doing hardly anything. Comparative, you know, they got a little bit of green. I got to get in here and weed some of these. But looks like the wind blew over this one. Dang it. Doggone wind, man. All right, temporary fix. Board holding the onion bulb down. Put some more dirt around it. And that's what it's gonna have to be. So this was a nice cabbage like that. And actually I started this one real early because I was going for, you know, just seeing how big I could go. How big of a cabbage I could grow. So like last year, for those that don't know, which I don't expect you to, I grew a 40.5 pound head of cabbage. And so, you know, it's just fun. It's as a fun thing to see how big you can get them, right? Well, this guy has been a homeboy. He's been tough because I left it out one day, hardying it off, getting it used to the outside. And I left it out one time all overnight and forgot about it. And it did not like it. It zapped it pretty hard. Came back, brought it inside. It recuperated. I was like, okay, you know, we're good. Stuck it in the ground. And then I had a plague of cutworms in this one tire. I probably picked out 30 cutworms. And of course this happened when we were having our baby. So when I came back from the hospital and everything's situated, I'm like, all right, walk out and check the garden because we were gone for some days. Come back out and this thing had this leaf left. And you can see how it's all mangled up. That was what was left. It had this and like a piece of another, like a little bitty piece on a stem. That was it. I'm like, man, there's no way. So I haven't really had to mess with cutworms here ever. I think I've seen one cutworm ever, and then now all of a sudden it's just like plague. It was like plague level. And soon I found out, rubbing your hands across, they burrow right under the soil during the day. So if you got an area you can go through and just kind of rough up the ground. And I was just tilling them up out of the ground with my fingers. I started plucking them and chucking them to the chickens. I kid you not, I probably picked 30 of them out. So a trick that I found though, you can kind of still see it. What I heard was you can wrap some aluminum foil around the stem to kind of mess them up going up, climbing up, trying to climb up the stem of the cabbage. And the other thing was cornmeal. Apparently put some cornmeal around it, and that's what I did. This is after the fact, after I picked off, you know, like I say, like 30 of them. Apparently they will eat that cornmeal, but it don't like sit well with them, and they'll just die. Like it'll stop them up basically. So I did both, and minus picking them all out, I was assuming that I probably missed some. I never seen any more. So anyway, it looks like he's gonna come back, but he's probably late to the game. I don't know, maybe it'll be a miraculous deal. But this one, I started like I normally do. And for some reason, the cutworms did not get this guy. So, Lord willing, he's already got some real nice leaves. But Lord willing, this is my only big variety cabbage. Those other reds aren't going to get big. But this one and that guy are the only two that I grew that actually lived too. That just was how it was. However many survived seeds, this was it. So I only probably planted like 5, and 2 made it. I think I may have killed one on accident by doing something or another. Probably forgot it. And now this bed doesn't look like nothing but weeds, but it is not. So these are carrots, but not any carrots. These are carrots from last year. So one of my biggest goals, I guess, gardening is saving my own seed. Like I just like that mindset of having all my own seeds. Like I don't have to buy any seeds unless I really just want to try something new. I do not have to buy any. I like that. So my 2 things I really lack was onions and carrots. Pretty much everything else I can do. Cabbages I can't, but in all reality I give them all away. I didn't even keep one last year. I just gave them all away. Everybody was wanting them, so I just gave them away. So anyway, I'm not too concerned about cabbages, but I really like my carrots and onions. I really like those 2. So anyway, these are 2-year-old carrots. So apparently are like onions, and they need 2 years to flower and put off seeds. So these were carrots that we saved in the cooler, doing the sawdust method. For those that remember, I actually did a video on this channel about that. Anyway, so I took some of those that were starting to sprout. They've been in that cooler for like 8 months, 9 months. They started to sprout. I just stuck them in the ground here. Same thing, good old rabbit manure. That's the gold. And stuck a whole bunch in here just to see what would happen. So we got a couple popped up through here. So I think we'll have enough for seed. That's all I want to do. And this is an experiment for me. I really didn't do any research on how to do it, what to do. I just shoved them in the ground and just been watering it. So, yeah, we're gonna see what happens. Like I say, and I really like saving seed. I find it fun, and it's rewarding. Just being able to save your own seed and growing your own plants from your seeds. So like those tomatoes, all those are saved seed from last year's tomatoes. So last year I bought those seeds. This year, ain't buying no tomato seeds. Well, minus the greenhouse, which I got to show you all the greenhouse. I totally forgot. Anyway, that's pretty much the beds. Those 2 big ones, once I get them filled, they're going to be for next year. That'll be 30 or 32 raised beds. I can't remember how many. It's 30 or 32. I like to add every year, just continually to be adding a little bit of something, at least a little something, continue to grow. So I guess I'll show you the greenhouse. I haven't showed you that. And yeah, hold tight. All right, y'all, walked in the greenhouse, and this is what we got going. This is all the greenhouse. So first thing, got my David the Good's fetid swamp water fertigation for my greenhouse in here. Y'all don't know who David the Good is. I mean, y'all gotta check his channel out. Awesome gardening channel. To me, it's the best. Just my preference. Good guy, super good guy. Knows his stuff too. But anyway, so this is my water that I water particularly only for the greenhouse. That way this water stays warm. Last year started noticing that watering with just the hose from the well, that really cold water on really warm plants and really warm roots particularly, don't mix. It worked, but they do not like cold stinking water. So this year took one of my barrels that I had laying around, and I collect rainwater with trash cans outside, pour it in here, and this is my exclusive watering fertigation for everything in here now. That way I'm not stunting anything I put cold water on. It really helps out. So anyway, we've got 3 tomatoes. I have showed y'all before. Now you can tell, if you look back at that video I did before, how tiny they were. Now, man, they're about 4 foot tall. You know, cooling the pot, but about 4 foot. So this is our Valencia variety and 2 Hazelfield variety. And we got some nice green maters starting to grow. On this one, I know I got a couple littler ones on here, but they're doing really, really well, real pretty. Just put some fresh compost on them. Got a basil plant hiding back there. And these are our 2 bell peppers that I started from seed that are so far doing okay. Y'all remember they were like dinky, I think last time I showed you. We got our 2 cantaloupe varieties. This one's taking off like a weed. This one was the one outside, so it's a little slower to the draw. Slower to the race, whatever you want to say. But it's getting there. It's flowering good. Obviously, you can see flowers all over this guy. This one's got little melons starting to pop. I've been having a big thing with the greenhouse, y'all, is make sure you pollinate. Every day I'm in here pollinating. Like I need to pollinate. This is a new one. It's a female right there, you can see. So always pollinating. And then this is my watermelon. Lord willing, these 2, if I could get 1 ripe fruit from either one, I'm gonna be ecstatic. So anyway, I've got a couple. See right there, I pollinated that one, pollinated that one. That'll probably be the only 2. Anything else I'm gonna pluck off this, because there's no way this watermelon is gonna be able to do more than that. And then out of the 2, whatever looks the best, I'll keep and probably nip the other one. That way all the energy is going to that one. I really, really want to get 1 ripe, stinking watermelon, man. Now these guys don't get very big. These are called Minnesota Midgets. This is blacktail watermelon, by the way. Minnesota Midget. And they only get about like a softball, generally. I did get some really close last year. Really, really stinking close. But between the watering and I hit them a little too hard with some fetid swamp water that was a little hot, and they weren't a fan, and that stunted them for about 3 weeks, and that was pretty much it. So I got some about that big, but they just never ripened. That was it. The cold got them. So anyway, this year it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Speak positive, right? And then we got some herbs. So these ones we picked up from the nursery. My wife has been really wanting herbs. I'm more of a Tony Chachere's all-purpose Cajun season myself. All I need is that, you know, or if we really get basic, salt and pepper's fine too. But my wife likes herbs and stuff. So, you know, hey, we support a local nursery. If you're gonna buy anything, I mean, I highly recommend just support your local nursery the best you can. And don't give your money to the big box stores if you can avoid it. That's just me though. You do you. But anyway, let me show you. So we got a whole bunch. I don't know what all my wife got. Some kind of mint, cilantro, which I'm a fan of that though. That's one I do want. Then we got some other kind. She got what? Some kind of pineapple sage, and what is this thing? Dark opal basil, parsley. That one's all right. Mint. I know there's some other kind of mint. Some other kind of mint. She got 2 mint. That's right. She got 2 of the same. I'm like, what are you doing? I don't care. She's happy. I'm all in. If she's in for growing stuff, I'm good. I don't care. Another type of basil. Got some thyme, lemon thyme, oregano, just going off yonder, which is cool. Got some flowers there to draw in. If I can't get any pollinators in here, hey, come on. I got a little window that I cut, so I got that flower sitting right here to kind of help. If one's flying on, they'll come on in here. And then I got 2 things of chives down there and some dill. This thing shot up to the moon, man. It's way up here. It was all the way down there. That thing dill takes off to the moon. Well, got all this stuff. Oh yeah, got some catnip for the cats just to trip them out a little bit. And this is some roots from my mother-in-law. We've been watering, just keeping moist until she figures out what she wants to plant. I can't remember what it was. That's some other mother-in-law plant. I have no idea what it is. But that's it, y'all. Man, that wind is rough. But that is all. I got some more flowers over here. Kids, we got the kids some flowers. They got to pick out a flower they wanted to get from the nursery. So we got all these flowers here. And I was like, I like them right by the edge too. Generally this door is open because it gets so hot in here. And I just kind of have them there as a way to hopefully attract any kind of helpful, if I could get one bee or something in here, but generally I don't. Generally it's just me and, you know, occasional mosquito, which, you know, male mosquitoes supposedly will pollinate. So maybe they're doing something. But I remember from last year I wasn't diligent on pollinating, hand pollinating, like I should have. So I missed out on a lot of tomatoes and other things that I would have hand pollinated, I would have had. So that's the one thing with the greenhouse, y'all. It's like I have a love-hate relationship with this greenhouse. This is a lot more upkeep and work than just sticking stuff in the ground. So like technically I don't need any of this. It's all want. Like I really want bell peppers. We've grown them before and I like bell peppers. So I deal with it because bell peppers grow best for us, it seems, in a greenhouse. Or they grow bigger for sure. You get like full-size store-bought grocery store size peppers, bell peppers. Dang, door is slamming. You know, watermelons and cantaloupes, obviously not a necessity, purely a want. Same as the slicing tomatoes. I don't gotta have big slicing tomatoes. I just want big slicing tomatoes. Like last year, making a homegrown Mater and mayonnaise salt and pepper sandwich. You talking about light my soul afire. It bring you back, man. Made a sandwich, so good. You can only make a true Mater sandwich with homegrown Maters. I mean, even if you don't grow them, if you know somebody that's growing them, they'll work. But anyway, all this is just a want. If this thing, you know, if something had to go in the garden, this would be the first thing to go. Just because this is all, like, I can grow peppers outside, I can grow tomatoes outside. They're just not, for certain things, the exact one I want. But anyway, it's fun to mess with anyway. Now that I already built a doggone greenhouse, I guess I might as well use the thing. But now I gotta do some repairs. Now that I know the wind got it, but it won't be too bad of a fix, I don't believe. So anyway, I think that's all I got. I guess this wind, I was just gonna show you the wind and document it for my own references. Like I said, that's probably the hardest wind I've ever seen here. Like I say, that's category 1 hurricane stuff. So for us, for stuff that generally don't get wind like that, it's something else. So hopefully the onions make it. But anyway, maybe y'all got, you know, tour of the stuff we got growing. I know it wasn't the greatest. Plan on doing more gardening stuff, you know, showing y'all more gardening stuff if y'all are interested. And yeah, so hope y'all doing well as always. Please take care, be safe wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. God bless. This is it. I'm out. I gotta go inside.